morning and welcome to First Local for Thursday, November the 26th. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you to Casey Security for your sponsorship. And also thank you to the Festival of Trees, which is the Lung Health Foundation's fundraiser. They still have their 50-50 raffle going on. As of last night, the raffle had closed for the early bird raffle, which will take place in just a couple days for a $500 Visa gift card. That will happen actually at 10 a.m. this morning, I should say.
I was going to say, I think you meant to say 10 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
I was just going to let you know.
We just have so many different draws going on.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
50-50s are crazy.
We got the Habitat one as well, and we got the Goulet Fire. They're all coming due. So anyways, today at 10 a.m., someone will win a $500 Visa gift card. But then you'll be put back in for the grand prize 50-50 draw, which will take place on December the 14th at 10 a.m. as well.
Remember that was the draw I said put your name in because I wanted a good birthday gift for that 500 card, and you already forgot. So I guess I'm not getting that gift.
Yes. Speaking of Habitat for Humanity, this is great.
Oh, God.
We all have spell checkers and grammar checkers and things like that. And yesterday we did a draw for the two people who, we'll tell you at the end of the show who won. But we did the draw for the two people who won the first part of the Habitat for Humanity Christmas photo contest that we've been having.
I can't drink right now.
We'll tell you two names at the end. But I emailed them out what they won.
If you're drinking coffee at home, stop.
Yeah, please stop drinking coffee. Put any liquids down. So the first line is about your choice of what to eat. And the choice is a chicken and beef taco kit, or a lentil taco kit.
I would choose the lentil taco kit.
And my spell checker changed lentil to lethal. So you have a choice of chicken and beef or a lethal taco.
How appropriate is that?
And then the best part is in brackets it says spicy.
Oh, it gets better.
So luckily I read it before I sent that out to the winners.
Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping.
Yeah, no, I didn't really actually send it out, but yeah, we had a chuckle in the office yesterday when I'm like, oh, these are lethal tacos.
Maybe they're very good.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Quick story, we're about to get to news, but I was editing a magazine, Milestones magazine, and the person that handed it over to me in my last job says, okay, one piece of advice. When you're writing public works, don't forget the L, because she did it once. And they printed it like that, and there you go. So make sure you have the L in public when you're referring to government. Holy, he finally got it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got for news? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Delayed reaction.
Yeah, right?
Alrighty,
now you can drink.
Let's get to the fun part of the show. Yeah,
story was funny.
Premier Doug Ford's going to be on today at 1 o'clock. He's going to be with Steve Lecce, Minister of Education. They are coming to us from Mississauga.
Ooh.
And we have another press conference we'll be carrying today as well.
And it is from Minister Sarkaria. That's Pratneet Sarkaria. And he is the Minister of our favorite Associate Minister of Small Business and Red Tape Reduction. It's to do with local restaurants, which pulls me into my first story. Cal segue. The Ontario government is moving to cap delivery app fees in regions where indoor dining is banned. So the Progressive Conservative government is poised to introduce this legislation today that would give the province the authority to temporarily limit how many apps such as Uber Eats, DoorDash, blah, 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 can change restaurants in the gray area or lockdown area. In the restriction zones, according to this source that we received this from. So official documents obtained by news outlets say companies who break this agreement, there's a $10 million fine. Could face up to a $10 million fine. I mean, I know they don't give out the maximum
That's a good chunk of change.
Yeah, the bill aims to also protect the pay of delivery drivers and ensure companies don't restrict their delivery zones or cut out certain restaurants.
Okay.
So that legislation will be coming down today.
Be interesting to see how they'll be able to protect the income of the drivers while the company is also still having to operate and pay all their other expenses too.
Apparently Ford's been trying to have
He's mentioned it multiple times.
So we'll see what happens today and we'll update you.
He's repeatedly asked for them to drop their rates because some of them are up to 30%.
Oh, they're crazy.
Yeah, it's a crazy amount. I mean, that's not even the profit margin in a restaurant.
Exactly.
30% is like you're lucky if you're at 15% profit in a restaurant, and that's not in COVID times. Speaking of COVID-19, if you think you may have COVID-19 or you've been exposed to some of COVID-19 over on the American side, Chippewa County wants you to know that you can get tested at the following places: War Memorial Hospital, the Sioux Tribe Health Center, Lake Superior State University Student Health Center, as well as Bay Mills Health Center, and you can go to Walgreens as well. So if you have been exposed to COVID-19 or you're having any of the symptoms, you can book your tests through any of those providers. Your insurance will cover most of it, but some of them there is a $50 charge, but they all require an appointment.
Awesome.
And you can get all that details, including phone numbers and everything, on our website. Just look for the Chippewa County COVID-19 testing sites post.
Oh, I think we forgot to say Happy Thanksgiving today, too.
Happy Thanksgiving to our
Happy
American
Gobble
friends.
Gobble Day to American viewers. We have lots of them, so I know you're enjoying us with your coffee in bed right now. Sticking with COVID-19, and Garden River has issued a travel advisory for the GTA and Peel region. The band administration is urging those who are planning to have or already have traveled to quarantine. They're recommending that the members avoid traveling there at all. They want to keep Garden River safe. And again, they did close down in March or April. Can't remember the month that they closed down for a significant amount of time.
They shut down for like 3 months. You couldn't go in or out. Unless you actually lived there.
So try and keep safe if you're in Garden River, and do not travel to the GTA.
I think that's pretty much advisable to anyone.
I think so too.
Yeah, I don't think that's just Garden River. I think that's a safe travel advisory for anyone who's presently breathing in Ontario. Okay, Ontario is encouraged, speaking of holidays and traveling and stuff like that. Ford came out yesterday with what do you like to see people do for the holidays. Now, obviously, basically follow whatever the restrictions are locally, what your public health unit is telling you to do, plus the color-coded system that the provincial government is using. He said, I know there are many people looking forward to their traditional family celebrations at this time of year, but keep your loved ones safe and traditions will have to be adjusted. So we're asking anyone to stick to your own household when celebrating. Avoid big parties or large family dinners to help us stop the spread of the deadly disease. He's also asking if you are in a low-risk region not to travel to a high-risk region. For example, like when Garden River just suggested, don't go to Toronto. And also is discouraging people from eating and drinking without masks if they are doing something, and encouraging people to have outdoor gatherings. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not really interested in having a picnic in my backyard.
He has not
on
traveled
December
north.
27th.
I'm sorry, Doug.
like
Northern Ontario.
He's stuck in Barrie again.
And the other thing he suggests is baking holiday treats.
He loves to bake, though. Have you seen his YouTube channel?
He's a big baker, but some of us, you don't want to eat what I'm baking. It's almost as bad as those lethal tacos.
Lethal fire spicy tacos.
Chris is lethal baking. So
Julianne is the cook in that house.
So keep the mask on, have some fun baking treats with your family.
Okay, thanks for that, Christopher.
Thank you. And then eat them outdoors.
Habitat Sault Ste. Marie and area announces local funding supporting one project and one housing unit. National Housing Day, we're just on the heels of National Housing Day, and Habitat for Humanity is announcing one project benefiting a family in our community. The funding is part of a $32 million partnership between CMHC and Habitat for Humanity Canada, and it's expected to create up to 414 homes right across the country. That's awesome. Habitat for Humanity President and CEO Julia Deans announced to date 50 projects featuring 178 affordable housing units have been built or underway across Canada. That means 178 families will soon realize their dream of home ownership. That's crazy, right? So,
that's all part of their 10-year housing strategy. It's finally starting to kick.
Good. Well, it's good to see that they're rolling things out and doing what they promised to do.
Because when they did announce it originally, the big complaint was they had almost no building in the first 2.5 years of it. But now you're actually starting to see the gears of government actually moving along there on those projects.
Way to go, government.
Alrighty, COVID-19 numbers for Ontario yesterday. We had 1,373 new cases, 35 additional deaths. Now, 22 of the 35 deaths were people in long-term care homes. There's actually, of our 626 long-term care homes, 102 right now have COVID-19 outbreaks. Others also have the regular flu outbreaks as well, but 102 have COVID-19 outbreaks. And now we have passed 3,500 people passing away from COVID-19. And our 70 rolling day average is actually down. It's at 1,388. A week ago it was at 1,411. However, we're not getting to that 50,000 tests per day that Ford wants. It was at 36,000 yesterday. It was at 27 the day before. And there's 45,000 tests still waiting a result. We've got about 523 people in the hospital. Of those 523, 159 are in intensive care, and about 100 are breathing with the help of a ventilator presently right now.
Thanks, Chris. Dan Gray posted a great story about a lung transplant recipient needing help here in Sault Ste. Marie. So after I read this, I encourage you to go to SiouxOnline.com, read the story, and if you can help, please do.
There's a GoFundMe.
I do understand the importance of this a little too well. So lifelong Sault Ste. Marie resident Linda Gibbs is headed for a double lung transplant. Linda's niece Chelsea Ruley says her aunt is just an amazing lady, comes from a tight-knit family, and she looks forward to seeing her after she has this surgery. So Gibbs is headed for a double lung transplant. If all goes well at the end of the month, she will be required to stay in Toronto for a prolonged period of time. Again, you never know with the follow-up surgeries as well, right? Her sister Lorraine Shook of Edmonton started a GoFundMe page to help with this cause. In her description, she notes Linda is down to less than 20% lung function. She's hoping the community will come out to help out one of their own, and so am I. The family is appreciative of anything you can give. They just want to be all together again. We'd like to raise enough money to give Linda a head start with rent, grocery stuff like that, have stuff in the fridge for when she comes back. So again, I encourage you to go to SeaOnline.com to find out some more information and how you can donate.
Yeah, it's actually one of our top featured stories at the top page. You can just go there and click through.
Awesome.
And in the story, there's a link to the GoFundMe as well, so you can click right through and donate. Unfortunately, she has to be in Toronto like 3 to 4 months, with rent being like at least $1,500 a month.
Yeah, it's
so it's very. Toronto is not a cheap place to live. I lived there before, and you've lived there. It's
well,
so please help out if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Sorry to cut you off, Chris, but it's time for the weather, Daniel.
Well, wasn't it beautiful this morning?
Well, I mean, let's not go
better than
crazy
yesterday.
Tropical out there. It was drizzle.
Tropically
The drizzle.
set. He's very short.
Maybe
The
tropical
drizzle.
for Sault Ste. Marie.
The drizzle. Doesn't
What's
that sound
your
like
word
that
of
should
the
be in
morning?
a song or
Yes, it
something?
does.
Like in your gangster
We
music?
could get Jacob to do my gangster. Just read the news.
I know, that's your
Picked on
job.
all the time. The
That's
weather.
your job.
Sorry, the weather. Oh yeah.
Let's pull up the camera.
Don't you forget it. Where are we today? What are we looking at
What
today?
are we looking at here?
Are we back to Ross's office?
Yes, we're still looking at the same view. Once the camera comes up.
Well,
Camera's
we
brought
can
to you
just
by
pretend like it is there and just keep
Camera's brought to you by wirelesscom.ca. And I can't see the camera. Where am I?
I don't know, but well, listen, I'm sure someone's pulling into the parking lot.
You know what? I'm
or
sure it's
shoving.
nice outside.
There's a guy
There's
walking
probably
around.
someone walking around in the parking lot like yesterday.
Producer Mike is doing the play-by-play.
Yeah, of what's in the post. Yeah.
We'll be back later on
Hopefully.
after this break. Hopefully I'll have the details for you for your 3-day weather and all that's coming up.
All right.
Make sure you stay tuned. Again, that camera is brought to you by wirelesscom.ca. We'll be right back after the short break.
How can I help you?
Hi, I'm really worried about my sister. She doesn't leave her house much. She doesn't even come to our family things. I barely see her smile anymore.
Can you tell me a bit more about the situation?
I think her husband might be... I don't know. Whenever he's around, she's nervous, like she doesn't want to make a mistake.
Do you think that he might be hurting her?
I think so.
Okay, let's figure out how we can help your sister.
The Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
and welcome back on your Thursday morning. You're watching First Local. Our camera that you saw before the break is brought to you by wirelesscom.ca. We can finally see it now. And the show is brought to you by KC Security. And I'm going to pull up Facebook because we do have some good mornings to say here. So let's say good morning to Dan. Dan Gray is watching. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Ineki, one of our regular viewers. Good morning, Giselle, Margaret, Nicole, and Colette's parents are in the house. And good morning to Evelyn. Evelyn, you've got a question there. If you just hang on, we'll get to that later on in the show. We can address that for you. So make sure you just hang on, and we'll get that answer for you after the next break. So just we'll get through the weather first. I'll tell you what's going on there. Now look at this. I love this beautiful new map. Thank you very much, producer Mike. It is. Like, look, we can actually see the cloud. Half the time, the other one, it would freeze on me. So then I'm like, what am I doing here? I'm trying to show the motions, but here you can actually see. So we can see the clouds, where things are going, and we do have, we're right over here. We don't really have much in the way of clouds, so we're going to see a mix of sun and cloud today. There isn't a whole lot in the way of precipitation. We had some drizzle overnight. I did say that we had a chance of drizzle. And so that will continue this morning, by the way. We have a 60% chance of that lingering around before we start to see the sun come out later. So let's take a look at what's going on in our temperatures for today. We are looking at 3 degrees in Thunder Bay, Wawa, 2 in Timmins, the Sioux, 4s in Elliott Lake and Sudbury. Actually, Sault Ste. Marie, that is 6. My apologies. The overnight low is going to be 2. So -6 is your overnight low in Thunder Bay, -1 in Wawa, 0 in Timmins, 2 here in Sault Ste. Marie, and then the freezing mark once again in Elliott Lake and Sudbury. So still going to be relatively mild for this time of year. That snow is pretty much melting away that we did get the other day. So we're going to see it's currently 3 degrees out there, 60% chance of lingering drizzle this morning. Those fog patches will dissipate as well. Winds are going to change to southwest, 20 kilometers. They're going to start gusting a little bit to 40 as we get near the noon hour. We're going to see a high of 6 today, and then we're going to get down to a low of 2, mainly cloudy. The winds are still going to be a factor tonight, but they're going to shift to northwest as we get into the overnight, so that's going to be a colder wind. 20 kilometers gusting to 40 overnight, so it will be breezy. So it's going to feel like 2 for the day with the wind chill out there. So getting into your weekend forecast, it's not looking too bad at this point. We're looking at Friday, mainly cloudy. The sun will peak out. We're going to have those northwest winds, 20 kilometers. They're going to become light in the morning. And we will see 5 degrees is your high, 0 overnight is your low with a 40% chance of a flurry. But we'll look at this, Saturday and Sunday, we are still above freezing, 4 degrees and 6 degrees on Sunday. We are looking at a mix of sun and cloud with a 40% chance of flurries on Saturday. And Sunday, same thing basically, except there's a chance of some rain showers as well on Sunday, 40% at this point. Sunday night, we're going to see things change though a little bit, going to go down to -2 with a 70% chance of flurries and some clouds on Sunday night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week is where things are going to dip and change. So I'll have that coming up in the 7-day forecast. We may enter December with some snow, but we'll have to wait and see. And we do have a special weather watcher photo coming up, so make sure you stay tuned for that, especially if you like animals. So we'll be right back after this short break with more local news. Make sure you stay tuned.
For all those times.
Every 3 seconds, someone will develop Alzheimer's, a fatal disease that steals your memories and makes you forget the people you love most. Fortunately, there is hope. Today, researchers believe a cure is just a few years away.
It's okay, Daddy, you can go. Just go.
For just $9 a month, you can fund research for a cure and make history by ending this disease.
Aiden, get dressed. Buddy, no. Almost there. Lift your leg. Yeah. Aiden, get dressed.
For someone with MS, living in a body that doesn't listen to you some days
Get dressed.
can be an act of greatness.
Good morning. Welcome back on this Thursday, November 26th to First Local with Chris, Dan, and Colette. Thank you to Casey Security for your sponsorship. Before we dive into the world of sports, your favorite subjects, we are going to start with the Christmas Cheer Depot. Again, I just want to remind everybody the Blitz is Saturday, November 28th. It is located at the old Walmart at the Station Mall. There's some details on the screen right now. Only new items will be accepted, please. And there is a list on SiouxOnline.com that has there is a post on SiouxOnline.com that has that list of things if you need to just verify what to bring that day. But just remember, from 11 to 3, Saturday, donation blitz, be there, help out the kids in the city.
And Dan Gray is going to be there covering it.
And Dan Gray will be there. Of course he is. He's the man. And he starts a new show tonight, but we'll get to that at the next. That's a good teaser, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Get to that to the next commercial break. Let's go on to the world of sports. Okay, so Diego Maradona, he was a soccer player, a very famous soccer player and Argentinian. He died yesterday from a heart attack just a couple months after he turned 60. The Argentinian football legend, he died at home. The lawyer said just 3 weeks after having surgery on a blood clot in his brain. Maradona had won the World Cup with Argentina in 1986, having knocked England out of he's very well known for what's called the hand of God. Okay. Basically, I'll just sum it up for you. He scored the winning goal. It's considered one of the greatest goals of all time against England. Handball. They let it go. They counted it. So there's been a lot of upheaval, I guess you could say, from that. But anyways, regardless, number 10, he was a magical player. So I encourage you to YouTube some of his highlights. Yesterday, I think I cursed Team Canada. Okay, when I said to you, I'm like, there's a non-essential worker and two kids on the team that had contracted COVID-19. I said, you know what? I think that maybe they should just keep all the team in because of in the change room together, eating together, on buses together, obviously close contact. Well, yeah, it came through today. They listened to me. How about that? Hockey Canada temporarily shut down.
Thank you for watching, Team Canada.
Hockey Canada temporarily shut down the National Junior Team Selection Camp following the confirmation of 2 positives, as we know. Players, coaches, and staff all took mandatory tests. Haven't had anything but the results. Obviously, that just happened yesterday, so we have to wait a little bit. They are in the midst of their selection camp, and they have canceled that intra-squad game that I was telling you about, the red and white game, as well as the other games that was supposed to be on Saturday. Hockey Canada has confirmed that all players, coaches, and staff are considered close contacts. That's why they had to send them through the testing. And today, instead of calling that worker a non-essential worker, today he's called a non-core member. So I don't know what he did, but he pissed somebody off. I just want to remind you that NFL is alive and kicking today. It is Thanksgiving, starting with the Detroit Lions playing. Come on, guys, who are they playing?
I think it's Houston.
Houston what? Texans.
I was going to say the Astros.
No, not the Astros.
That's the baseball team.
Okay, wow.
I know they don't have a hockey team. I know that much. I don't follow football.
Oh, really? We could not have noticed that, Dan. They play today at 12:30.
I'm so thankful that you are here for football.
You're welcome. There's another game at 4:30. It's Washington and Dallas. And at 1 o'clock tomorrow, or Saturday. Let's try that again. Sunday, we've got more. We even have Monday Nighter and a Sunday Nighter. It's crazy. Just want to tell you that Sioux Thunderbirds play Saturday and Sunday this weekend, 7 p.m. at the Rhodes, 2 p.m. at Blind River. They are going back to the BR. Michigan State junior goaltender Drew DeRitter was named the Big Ten Second Star of the Week. We'd like to congratulate him on that. This has recorded his first career shutout last weekend as the Spartans went 1-0-1 against Arizona State. So congratulations to you, and we will be right back with more news and information after this break.
Aiden, get dressed. Buddy, no. Almost there. Lift your leg. Yeah. Aiden, get
Dressed.
For someone with MS, living in a body that doesn't listen to you some days
Get dressed.
can be an act of greatness.
Canada United is a movement to show local businesses some love. Right now, they could use our support more than ever. So we're asking Canadians to buy local and spread the word. And every time you watch our videos or like our posts, we'll contribute 5 cents to small business relief, starting with this video. So keep watching and tell your friends, because buying local can make a big impact. And small actions can too. Canada United. Together we can make a difference.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local on your Thursday. Yes, Thanksgiving in the U.S. Happy Thanksgiving to our American neighbors. Enjoy the turkey.
Yeah, lucky ducks.
We've got some,
lucky turkeys.
Lucky turkeys. We've got something on the table. It's not a turkey, but
it's close.
Yes. So we're
My El Polo Loco.
We're going to get into the 7-day weather now. So let's take a look. Weekend is going to be the last nice few days above seasonal before I think we get into the snowy weather as we enter December on Tuesday. That's going to be around the freezing mark next week for most of the week. At this point, we're looking at snow on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then the overnight lows as well are going to trend downwards and stay around -2 to 3 degrees as we get through your work week next week. And now here's your very special weather watcher photo here.
Aww,
yes.
there she is.
There she is. There is Lily. And
with the nice logo behind
with the logo
her, right?
behind her, right? We had to feature it. I mean, why not?
Her eyes are so beautiful.
So if you want to send in your weather photos or pet weather photos or pet photos, whatever you want, ontvweather@gmail.com.
Oh, look at her
Include your name and location, and it will get up on the show here as well as on SueOnline.com. And we got a holiday pick.
Yes. And now, time for our holiday pick of the day, as well as the winner.
There you
Okay,
go. Drum roll.
so here's our holiday pick of
I
the
love that
day.
picture.
This comes to us from Nancy Brewer, so
Yes,
thank you very
good
much for
choice.
submitting that. And our winners for the first part of the Habitat for Humanity draw, which is for the taco kit for tomorrow
lethal
night.
tacos.
Yes, you get your lethal spicy tacos. So congratulations to both David and Leanne. You have been emailed the information on how to get your taco kits, and we got your winning tickets right here as well if you'd like to.
Might I
get those
suggest
too.
not taking
Yes.
the spicy lethal tacos?
And
What do you
I'd
think?
go to the chicken beef taco, not the lethal taco. That's just my thing.
But they get the margarita kit?
No, they
that-
can't. They can't give out booze for free.
No.
You can't win booze apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a law against that. So only the taco kit part.
Okay. All right.
There's nothing to say you can't drink booze while eating your tacos in your home.
Right. Okay.
And then so we got 2 winners. So congratulations
Awesome.
to David and Leanne.
So
Okay.
are you guys going to celebrate Thanksgiving on this side of the border? What's your plan for tonight?
Tonight,
I go back to work tonight on patrol.
Oh,
so,
sucks
you know,
to be you.
we did have the person ask a question about.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. So let's.
Yes. And then we got a
Such
and then we got a special message.
Yeah, so this is the question. How many people are we allowed to have in our homes for Christmas dinner? Do you understand if the household restrictions apply to us? Okay, so basically you can have your social circle more or less to your Christmas dinner. So your 10 closest people, basically. And then that 10 is isolating from everybody else kind of thing that's been going on. So you can kind of do that, but do check out Algonquin Public Health's website. They will probably have specifics on there
Right.
for what to do during the holiday season.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
we
sure
should
there'll
post
be a
something on
press-
our site too, actually.
There'll be a press
Yeah,
release,
we'll
I'm
just have to-
sure,
Yeah.
that they will have on the guidelines for the holidays. The Premier laid out sort of like the framework of it, but specifics are going to be coming out from each public health unit, which he also said
Oh,
yesterday
okay,
as
I
well.
get it. Okay, cool.
So,
right.
speaking of the Premier, come back at 1 o'clock for the Premier and Steve Leche from Mississauga.
Yeah, and at 10
then-
a.m. we've
We got a
got
special message for you.
Yes.
If that's going to fall right off the table. And at 10 a.m. we
morning,
have the
everybody.
Minister of Red Tape Productions. Have a great day.